Hi everybody, this is Lisa from the Peacock Parlor. So this morning I want to share with you some beautiful images. They're photos that my sister takes that I've turned into journal cards. And I just want to share them with you. I still have some stitching that I want to do around them, and I actually still have a few more that I want to print off and do. But today these are the ones I want to show you. That's a mushroom. It's a hummingbird. I'm not sure if that's honeysuckle. There are some deer. Let me see which way does this go. I think it goes this way. To my knowledge, she has not retouched any of these photos. They're just gorgeous. I just love them. It's like a little fairy tale world. So pretty. So hopefully I'll get a few more done, and I'll add a few more, and I'll get the edges sewed up. See you in a bit. So I have come back with some more pictures from my sister. This is her Etsy shop. If you'd like to go visit. Currently right now, I think she's on vacation at her shop. So I'm thinking maybe around August, the end of August or September, she will be back. But that is her Etsy shop name. So I'm just going to show you some more photos. That she has taken. They're just so beautiful. The only thing that's missing from these, now this is a web. She has beautiful images, more than just this one, of webs with little droplets. They look like pearls. The only thing that's missing from these photos is your fairies and your gnomes. And who knows, maybe one day she will capture them in the wild. They're just such pretty photos. Look at that colors on that dragonfly. It's beautiful. These are just a few. I mean, look at that. Couldn't she just like go there and live or have a picnic? It's just so beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch up, put some stitches around some of these. Let's go with this one. Make sure I only have one. We're going to turn these into journal cards. I have a woodland fairy book that I would think they would go wonderfully in. And it looks like I am sewing two together. Well, that's not good. Let's stop that. I tried to make sure I didn't do that. I'm going to take those apart. Yep, see? Nothing like making a mistake on camera. I sewed the two together. We'll rip those seams out. We'll get going on this one. This one I wanted to do the scallop. I'll just keep going. So this is the scallop. These scissors aren't very sharp. That's that one. And I will do one more, and then I'm going to finish these off a camera, and I'll come back after I've inked up the edges. And we'll go through them all again one more time. This one I think I will go with a zigzag stitch. Looks like it's going to be a nice day today. So I'm going to try to get outside today. Alrighty. And then there's this one with a little bit different stitch. I just love these photos. They're going to make great journal cards. This would make a beautiful cover on a book. I'd love to collage all these pictures, make a cover. All right, so I will be back. So I am making a couple of different piles. I'm using my Distress ink. This is Vintage Photo. And what I'm doing is I'm going around the edges of each of the photo journal cards. And I'm doing it on this side too as well. I don't know if you can see the edges. And so that's what's in this pile here. Now this pile here I've also distressed. I've inked around the edges and things. What I'm going to do with this pile here is I am going to put a coat of Mod Podge with glitter over the tops of these to see how that comes out. And after I get done doing that, I will show you how they turned out. So I just take a little container and I pour some of the Mod Podge into the container, and then I sprinkle a fairly good amount of whatever kind of glitter it is. I don't know if I'm going to use gold or rose gold glitter. And it oftentimes gives a really nice effect. I have to be careful because I use an inkjet printer. I do not have a laser jet printer. And colors can tend to bleed. So I have to do it quickly, lightly, and one coat at a time, and make it dry thoroughly so that I don't get any bleeding. So I'm just going to finish up the rest of these, and I'll be back again. All right, I just wanted to show you, this is my Mod Podge mixed with glitter. This is the glitter that I put in it. And this is the Mod Podge that I use. It is satin, I believe. Satin coat. Mod Podge. So then these are ones that I've already put one single coat on. They buckle a little bit sometimes, and it looks like there's a lot of glue. I'm gonna coat two to show you. Don't worry, just do it quick, lay it down, let it dry, and then I think I might do a second coat. We'll see how it goes. So you just put your Mod Podge on, trying not to stroke over it too many times, especially if you have an inkjet. This particular kind that I use really isn't wet, and I think that's the key. It's fairly thick. I think that the wetter your glue and the wetter your projects are, the more of a chance of a bleed of your ink. So that's basically what it looks like, and then you just set it down and let it air dry. There's a little bit of bubbling up there. All right, and you'll see that a lot of that goes away. So like I said, I may do a second coat, but I just wanted to show you this process of what I do, how I do the Mod Podge. And these journal cards might be good for flips. They might be good for putting on covers, making pockets with. I mean, I was just sitting here thinking of all the beautiful things that I could do with these. And so there's that one, and it's covered. And as you can see, this is already starting to dry. I mean, you do want to try to smooth out your lines a little bit, but don't worry so much. Just quick. Let me pick up the peacock one. This one's almost dried. This was the first one that I did, and it's almost dry. And you can kind of see this is still a little wet because you can see the bumping. Don't worry, all of that will go away. But I do think I want one more coat because of the glitter. Okay, I'll come back again. Hi, I've completed the journal cards, the sewing, the Mod Podge, and the inking. And I just want to go through and I want to show you all of these beautiful images as they're complete. Now these are the ones that I didn't do the Mod Podge on. I may go back and Mod Podge them, I'm not sure. I feel like the Mod Podge and the glitter adds a whole nother dimension. You'll see shortly. They're just so pretty. So these were the two that I sewed together. And what I ended up having to do was cut off the parts that had gotten sewn. For some reason, those two just want to stay together. So beautiful. And you really can't tell that I inked on the tops, but they are all inked. And I do think that the Mod Podge adds an extra dimension. And I did only do one coat, and they are still drying. But I think that it turns out to be enough, plenty of glitter. I love the look. And like I said, I do think that when it's all dried and everything, I think that it's going to add an extra layer of protection. And I don't know if you can notice, but the bubbling up is almost disappeared. It's not 100% dry, but... Now, this one over here, on the other side of me, just a sec. This one over here there are two that I can show you. This is the one that I just Mod Podged. It's still quite wet. And that's what it looks like with the glittered Mod Podge. And then this is without the Mod Podge. I mean, they're both beautiful, but there's just an extra. I don't know. It's up to you. I can't remember if I showed you this one or not. I think I did. There's the dragonfly. I love the way the light's coming through over there. All right, guys. So that finishes things up. I hope you enjoyed making journal cards out of photos. Have a good day.